Welcome to Autism in Black Live. We are rooted in advocacy, not fear, rooted in truth, not stigma. Here, we center Black autistic voices, uplift Black families, and build spaces that are affirming, unapologetic, and full of joy. Whether you are a parent, professional, or autistic adult, this is your space. Together, we break down barriers and build up community. So grab your seat at the table. We're just getting started. Hi, our beautiful people. Happy Friday. I am Maria Davis Pierre. I am the CEO and founder of Autism in Black, here with my lovely husband.
What's going on, AIB community? Yours truly, Dr. Barry Pierre, co-founder of Autism in Black.
And we are back with our Vision to Venue series. If this is your first time catching us, this is a series that we are doing to give you the behind the scenes of what it takes to take our vision of our 6th annual conference and bring it to the actual venue. And our 6th annual conference is happening April 17th through the 19th, and you can either join us in person in West Palm Beach or virtually from the comfort of wherever you will be.
We're excited, y'all. And if you've been following, if you've been following the series, you know right now is where I tell you go ahead to our YouTube page and become a subscriber. Our goal is to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers before the end of the series. Y'all have been doing a phenomenal job. I'm looking at it now. We are up to 626 subscribers for the Autism Black YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, like I said, y'all have been done an amazing job over there.
Exactly. Thank you all. Make sure you are subscribing. And as it is Friday, we are actually live. So usually Monday through Thursday, you are watching pre-recorded sessions that we have done. But on Fridays, we are actually live. So that means if you are watching with us, drop in the comments where you are watching from so that we can interact with you. And this is the time to also ask any questions that you have about the Autism in Black conference, because we are here to answer them for you. So we do theme days, and today is Q&A and recap. So we are going to recap all the episodes that we have done this week, and then we're going to get into our Q&A. We have Austin, Texas in the building over there on IG. Thank you, Spencer. Happy to have you, Texas, in the building. So drop in the chat, tell us where you're from, and we are going to give our recap, I guess. This week's focus was really on speakers, as we have debuted some of our speakers on our registration page. Oh, thank you, Spencer. Spencer says, congratulations on the Autism Conference. Thank you. Going into our 6th one. So we are excited and tired because we've been working. But what was I saying? Oh, we had our focus this week has been on speakers and talking about how we choose our speakers, talking about the programming and the structure of how we set our speakers up for either live on stage or our pre-records, the structure of that programming and what we want each attendee to feel each day, because there is a method behind how we set our speakers up on each day. What else did we talk about this week?
I'm looking over here now. Yeah, the marketing was a very important conversation. Then, you know, the operations, the structure, we shout out our speakers, past and present, that continue to do a phenomenal job. Because obviously, you know, yes, I know everybody wants to come see Maria, but what really drives, the importance of our conferences, our summits, and everything we do is the community. And the community love to be led by amazing speakers who have either been rocking with us since day one, or new fresh speakers that are just willing to give their time and effort to educate and bring a message for our Autism Black community. So we definitely want to make sure we give a nice little shout out to everyone associated with the process of bringing y'all amazing events.
Exactly. And as we are live, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little warning. You may hear our children in the background screaming. They are gaming. So if you hear them screaming, nothing is wrong with them. They are playing a game. And if you see me pause, I'm texting them to tell them, hey, quiet it down a little bit in there. So they're just, happy it's Friday. So with that, what else do we want to talk about before we get into our Q&A? If you have any questions about the conference, please drop them in the chat so we can answer them for you.
Shout out to Althea. I see Althea in there. Shout out to
Where you see her at? Where you see her at?
On Facebook. Yeah, left a comment.
Oh, I'm not seeing the comments. Why isn't it showing me in the comments?
I don't know. Yeah, shout out to Althea. I think what is so important and what we're going to be doing, especially for those who've been asking, right? Because we get not only do we get a lot of questions around the speakers, like who's speaking. This weekend, we're going to be updating our registration page. So not only, who's speaking, you're going to want to know what they're speaking about. You're going to know when they're speaking as well, too. I think that's always an important question, especially for my virtual folks who are checking in and say, hey, man, what time is Cheryl going on? What about Dr. Huff? You'll know what times they're going on when that happens. So very, very excited for that, as well as some of our pre-recorded speakers as well too. So all of that will be available by this weekend. And again, it's such an exciting time as we can kind of continue to move towards our 6th annual conference, because we just recognize that the energy is there, right? Because we know right now, you turn on that TV, the energy it's a very weird energy going on right now, right? It's a very weird time right now, and no time like the present to be ready to kind of step into what's in front of us, especially within the Autism Black community. And y'all have been showing up and showing out and continue to do so, which we love and appreciate y'all for.
Yes, Althea, I see you now. We are going to have bacon on Sunday morning. I had to make sure that was and I just talked to Rhonda about Rhonda, our conference planner. So if you watch some other episodes, we talked about Rhonda, our conference planner. Yes, I have ensured and secured the bacon for our Sunday breakfast for everyone. So yes, we're having the bacon.
What's going on, Luther? Hey, Luther, how you doing? Thank you for checking in.
Luther, thank you. Where are you tuning in from, Luther? I think you made a good point about the schedule, and as we shift into our Q&A, I'm going to answer some questions about the schedule because that was a question that we've got. What time are you starting? What time do you end? So we start every day. Well, Friday and Saturday, we start at 9 a.m. Doors will open around 8 o'clock to let people in. The registration for our in-person will start between 7:30 and 8 for you to register and then get in and get your seat. And then at 9, we start the sessions or kickoff. And then we end on, hey, Cheryl, we end at 5 p.m. on Friday. However, we come back at 6 o'clock with our VIPs for our pajamas and head wrap class that we are doing with Lock Inspirations. My good friend Ricky is coming in to do head wraps with us. So, pajamas and head wraps with us for our VIP ticket holders. So you get dinner on us and pajamas and head wraps class, and you get to leave with a little goodie bag and your head wrap that you will be learning to wrap your hair with. So that's our Friday schedule. For those who are virtual, you will have access to the 9 to 5 sessions. And then Saturday, we have 9 to 5 as well. And then we have our dinner for the entire live attendees that we're doing. We have a little theme going on with dinner. I will give one sneak peek. We got ice cream makers on site making ice cream for us. I won't tell you what the dinner theme is, but I will say, because I'm very excited about the ice cream carts that are going to be in there making us ice cream on site with all of our different toppings. So you guys better be securing those live tickets, because every attendee, no matter if you are platinum, VIP, or general admission, is coming to our Saturday dinner session, and we're having Black Family Game Night, inspiration that I got from Dr. Althea, who did it at her conference, and it was fun. So we will be doing Black Family Game Night, and we have a theme with all the dinners, and there's some more surprises there as well, but I will not be announcing that surprise until we're on stage Saturday to tell you what that dinner surprise is for Saturday. So in-person people, if you want to attend in person, that is going to be fun, and you need to be in the room because we got some surprises for that. So Saturday is 9 to 5 for sessions, and then 6 to 8 for everybody for our dinner session. And then Sunday, I think we start at 8 o'clock because we're giving everybody breakfast as well. So we're doing breakfast at 8, then we start at 9, and I think we end latest is 1 o'clock. So that is a little gist of the schedule that I can think of off top of my head. But when it's put up on the actual registration, you'll have a clear sight of what that schedule is. We have so much in store for you guys. I see you all. Cheryl says, will there be dances?
And remember, you got to be there. Right? How do you get there? You get your tickets.
Get your tickets.
Scrolling
across.
Links.
Get your ticket. Get your ticket. You want to be in there. Yes, there will be line dances because our DJ will be there making sure. And I'm trying to get Autism and Black fans, for y'all who know the fan dance. I don't know that dance that well, but yeah, we will have the Autism and Black fans for that as well. Let's see. Oh gosh, Cheryl says, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Althea said, don't come to the spades table if you know how to play. I will say this. Our conference planning team was like, are you sure that you want to have spades and Uno and dominoes? Because you know how it can get for our community. And I said, yes, I do. I do want those things.
That means we don't want no fights, y'all. We don't want no fights. No fights at the Autism and Black conference.
We don't fight. No, we definitely not fighting, but it's going to be fun. We know we get serious about the games, and there will be karaoke and line dancing. And of course, again, ice cream is being made for us on site. You are going to be walking up to that cart and like, I want this with this and this and this. And then of course, other things that will be happening, but you can't know about those things unless you are actually in there on Saturday when I get on the stage and say what's happening that Saturday evening. So make sure you are getting your tickets. So that is the question about our schedule. And we do have a few more questions that I want to answer as well. Cheryl said, because you know how Black people act about their space. Yes, they get serious. They get serious. There are people in my family who will not play with me because they always say don't count the number of books that I have. So, but I will be on that Uno table because that's something that gets serious in the Pierre household. Even with our children, they get serious about the Uno. And don't let Dr. Berry's calm demeanor fool you, because he is very competitive and wants to win everything, even with our children. He's not giving any breaks. So don't think that, don't let the calm demeanor fool you, because he's coming to win. Okay. So our next question was, How is the curriculum or the workshops? Is there just adults or is it just content for children? And this is a good question. And I think each year we have been trying to figure out that balance. And I think this year we might have actually got the balance, because sometimes it's a little bit more of this than this. But I believe this year we have a 50-50 split, because some of the topics are talking about adults and children. Some are focused on just children, and some are focused on just adults. And I think we have a 50-50 split in what I'm looking at when it comes to children content and adult content. So I think we have found the recipe for that. And so if you are concerned and like, I'm an autistic adult, I don't have no kids, is this for me? Yes, it is. So get your ticket. I'm a parent and my child is 2. Is there going to be enough content for me? Yes, it is. Get your ticket. I'm a professional who works with adults. Am I going to learn something? Yes, you will. Get your ticket. You see the theme I'm going with here? Get your tickets, because we are trying to touch on everything. So go to that website that is scrolling across and get your ticket. April 17th through the 19th, either in person here in West Palm Beach, where we live, because that's always a question that we get. Why in Florida? We live here. We live in Florida. We live in West Palm Beach.
And what's worse, y'all know y'all be coming to Florida when it be vacation time, when it be spring break. So the fact that y'all act like y'all don't even like come in this direction, we know y'all be in Florida. We know y'all be in Florida. Come get some learning.
Please do. Please do. So that's why we have it in Florida, or virtually from wherever you are. We know we have our international people. Somebody was on here from Peru last week. We have our UK individuals, we Canadian. So we know you are wanting to attend. That's why we have our virtual option. And remember, everybody, whether you are in person or virtual, gets lifetime access to all session recordings. Yep. So you get lifetime access, which, not many conferences do that. So
yep.
keep that in mind. Not at all. Anything you have to say, husband?
Yeah, no, I think it's it's one of those things where, again, I get excited, very excited about kind of these Friday night live sessions, right? We seem to get a lot more energy on Fridays, right? So shout out to everyone who's checking with us live. Make sure you put in the comments whether you're gonna be attending virtual, whether you're gonna be attending in person. Let us know where you're from right now, right? Especially because y'all know I'm the marketing person as well too. We've been marketing to select states, right? So if you've seen one of your states shouted out, like put that in the comments as well too. The goal is just to get people there, just to get people knowing, who we are and what we do. Again, especially we got the conference. Obviously, next week in 7 days, we got our Boys, Men, and Fathers Summit happening. Of course, link is in right in that autismblack.org/links. You can sign up. The Autism Black Foundation is sponsoring tickets for that. They're not sponsoring tickets for the conference, but they're sponsoring tickets for the summit.
So please make it clear. Make it very clear.
Yes.
You have to pay for the conference.
Yes. We're sponsoring tickets for the summit, which means you don't got to put no money up, right? But if you want to come to the conference, please take, get your wallet ready. Because again, we got speakers we got to take care of. Because remember, this is Speakers Week, right? We highlight the speakers. A lot of amazing speakers. Althea, Cheryl, amazing speakers. Like they're in the comments, right? And in fact, if you go to our registration page, which you should have already been doing, you'll see some of their testimonials on that page, right? So so it ain't me saying that they think the conference is great. You can go to the conference page, the registration, and see they say that the conference is great, right? Like, and I didn't even have to pay them extra for that testimonial, right? It was kind of in the contract, low key, but I didn't even pay them extras, right? So we want to make sure y'all attend this conference again, especially if you're your first time catching anything autism and Black related. This is kind of how we do these things here, right? We get very excited because we know that the enemy around us don't want us to get this information. The enemy around us wants us to walk around like we don't know what's going on, like we don't know what opportunities are in front of us. And we continue to just break barriers after barriers, right? You got Cheryl M. Post, right? Yeah, advocating for kids, like she killing it over there in her state. Play therapy out there, like we got some killers here too. Like, we don't want y'all to get it twisted. These aren't people who are just kind of like humming it, right? We got killers within the autism
You
Black
might want to
community
stop
to make
saying
sure.
killers.
Oh, we don't want Facebook and IG. Don't block me, Zuckerberg.
Karen, you on my platform. Say that
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
for your platform over there.
Yes,
Okay.
but we got some heat over here.
Yes.
And we got some professionals that are doing just amazing things within their own right, that take the time out to just bless us for an hour or two, right? We appreciate y'all and love y'all for that.
Exactly. That's one thing that we stay consistent with Autism in Black, is ensuring that, 'cause like I've said time and time again, people underestimate us a lot of times because we are Black. They underestimate us because we have a disability. And constantly we have to show up and show out and let them know that we have a lot to say, and we're not going to stop saying it just for your comfort. We have, the little people who will come on our ads and say what they want to say, and think they're stopping nothing, but you ain't stopping nothing over here. We're always going to come back bigger and blacker. Bigger and blacker every year. As black as I can make it. That's how much, just to make you uncomfortable, because I'm not going to stop centering our needs for your comfort, because it is real life, for my kids' lives, for your kids' lives. So we need to make sure that this information is getting out there, and y'all don't stop that with your hate. If anything, it's going to get your feelings hurt when I have the time, or Dr. Berry is not stopping me from, clapping back. But make sure that you are supporting the mission, because it is imperative that we get this information out there. We don't gatekeep any information. We want you to get the information, because we want the harm to stop coming to our communities. And how to do that? With the information. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I got to get on my soapbox a little bit over here, Cheryl, and let the people know, because they'll be quick to comment and say, why are you focusing on Black people? Because nobody else is. Because when you go to your other big disability conferences, they're not focusing on us. And we know that when we walk this life, it is different for us. We have to deal with racism and ableism so tied tightly together that we can't tell one from the other. I've seen so much this week about disability and focusing on trying to educate people on disability, but nobody educating people on racism, and how racism is violent, and how racism is disabling to us and our nervous systems. And I'm just like, this is why we're out here, because there are Black disabled people, right? Intersectionality exists. And when you are so focused on white mainstream disability and how they see it and how they walk that walk, we are constantly left out and we are constantly ignored, and I'm not here for it. So that's why we exist, and that's why we continue to do what we do. So you can clip that, you can circle it, and you can replay it and make it go viral, and then make sure you get them tickets too and come to the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Next, which leads me right into our next Q&A, because we did get a comment where it was alluded to that there must be something going on, because there are more Black people now than ever who are autistic. And do you want to start with the answer to that, and then I'll wrap it up in a bow for us? Because Dr. is a real doctor. He's a real physician. He's an internal medicine. So I'm going to let him speak.
So I think it's one of those things where when I see that type of question, I say, oh, okay, like a good job is being had. Because what used to happen historically is that Black people weren't in the room to be diagnosed. They weren't even referred for the diagnosis. They weren't even recognized for having a diagnosis. It was ignore, ignore, ignore. You are a bad person. Send them, I don't know, send them somewhere, right? But not send for help. And I think it's with the efforts of Autism in Black, advocating for kids, you know, Cheryl out there with the plate, like it's with those efforts that people started recognizing, like, hey, like the diagnosis needs to be had, and it needs to be had within our community. Mm-hmm. So what tends to happen is people confuse the fact that like advocating, right, has been doing such a good job that now a lot of us who should have been diagnosed are now actually being diagnosed. So naturally the number is up. And like we all, right, we all had, especially growing up, we all had this kid who were like, oh, that's, I'm gonna say his real name. Let's just say that's bad Tommy. That's bad Tommy. No, like Tommy had a disability and he didn't know how to self-regulate. But we just said that's bad Tommy, and we send him to ISS, we send him here, we send him down the wrong path. Mm-hmm. So now that, you know, Autism in Black and advocating for kids and every other organization is finally speaking up and saying, hey, we want our diagnosis too, because we want our help. Of course, like the numbers make it seem like it's popping up, and the problem is it's very insidious because it makes it seem like something happened, and then all of a sudden, like the numbers grew, right? Like I'll let Maria talk on that, but like that's what we.
One, it is extremely hard to get a autism diagnosis. It's not like you just go in there and they hand them out. It is extremely hard. Dr. Berry is a doctor. I am a licensed clinician. I had to sit in a pediatric neurologist's office for a week to get our daughter her diagnosis. It is not easy to go in there. It is not cheap to go and get your diagnosis. They're not handing them out. So if you're getting it, you know, you're getting a probably tried and true diagnosis. Also, it's very hard for my colleagues to give Black kids a diagnosis. Okay, there's a gap that exists there, so they're just not handing them out to Black kids either. What's happening is some of our colleagues are now aware of their biases and they're getting their children appropriately diagnosed, because there is a wide number of children misdiagnosed with behavioral issues, and not just any children, Black children. So we're getting appropriately assessed and appropriately diagnosed. There is no pandemic happening with Black children getting an autism diagnosis. We have to stop thinking that, because it's not easy to get a diagnosis at all. So please,
we wish it was. We
do. We want it too. We work hard every day to make sure you know, our colleagues understand that intersectionality exists and that they should be appropriately assessing, because biases are inherently built into the assessments that are used to give the diagnosis, but it's just not being handed out. We're working on, you know, closing that gap daily. This administration is going to make it, well, they have made it even harder, but they're making that gap even bigger. And I'm telling you, like I always say, once that orange man is out of office, we are going to see the gap that he did. And you know, it's going to be a lot of work to go back and try to close that gap, because we were making progress, and now they sit up on that platform and lie every single day when it comes to autism. So don't listen to nothing that they say. I don't care if they say the sky's blue, go check it. So make sure that you are working and doing what you need to do to get those diagnoses for your Black children, because there is a lack of resources when it comes to that. So please understand, it's not just did I say it right? Pandemic, or was it epidemic? That I should be saying.
Yeah,
they're just not throwing out the diagnosis is out there. So please understand, your children need that, especially need the school categorization to get their IEPs, to get their support support, and it helps eliminate that school to prison pipeline for our Black children. Because like Dr. Berry said, they'll put them in ISS, they go into juvenile detention, and really what the issue is, you're not giving the proper accommodations and support to the child. And now you're like, oh my God, no, you're not giving the right accommodations and support to the child. Do that, and I'm sure you're going to see some behavioral differences in there. So please ensure and make sure that you are getting your child that diagnosis. Don't let 47 and RFK and Dr. Oz sit on that platform, lie to us, and widen that gap for our community, because it is imperative that we are getting our children these diagnoses, because it is life and death for our children, and you have to realize that. Mm-hmm. What else, honey? Oh, we have somebody on our Instagram said, yes, also a lack of resources. Yes, so much of a lack of resources when it comes to our community, because people do not understand intersectionality, and they don't understand that when you talk to us, you have to talk about racism and ableism. You have to address both of those things. You have to address your anti-Blackness when you are working with Black children and Black adults and Black individuals altogether. Let's see. We stopped giving our kids saltine crackers and ginger ale and tell them to go sit down. Exactly. Our Black folk are realizing white is not, listen, they're not, especially what really grinds my gears is the white people trying to tell me about my Black life. You can't tell me nothing about being Black. Nothing. Let me say it. You can't tell me nothing about being Black. You can't, because you don't have the experience. So when you are trying to tell me, oh, why does autism in Black exist and it's not different and it's hard over here for us too, please stop, because you don't understand how hard it is for me. And that is why this exists, because you out here, oh, it's so hard for me. Okay, yes, it is hard for you because you're navigating the disability aspect. I'm navigating the disability and the racism. That's why it's a difference.
Yep.
What else, honey, before I get on this soapbox and really start letting it loose, because y'all been working my nerves. Some of y'all been working my nerves this week.
No, I think we've been, like I said, I think we're rocking well. I think obviously most important is getting your tickets, sharing this to 5-10 friends to get their tickets. Make sure you show up next week for the Boys Men the Father Summit as well. Right? Like it's oh yeah, we always gotta
reel me in a little bit.
Down a little bit. You know, she take the internet serious. I don't take it serious. But
well, they're not talking about you, because you're not the one in the videos, and they're not leaving the comments in regards to you. They leaving those comments in regards to me. So I got something to say something from y'all. But I'm gonna relax, because this is family on here. It's not y'all that have said it. So yes, get your tickets. What else, babe?
That's it. Again, you know where to get y'all tickets from. You know where y'all need to be at. I need to be at Autism Black Conference. Next week we have the prequel. Our Boys Men the Father Summit happening next week. Link is in that bio as well too. We want to see y'all there. And that'll be served a little appetizer to get y'all ready for what y'all about to get on this conference.
Good. You want to be in the building in the virtual room, because it's virtual for that. And like Dr. Berry said, it is kind of a prequel to the main event, because we are going to have a time April 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets. I know our community is known for waiting until like April 1st to get your tickets. But if you are coming in person, our room block deadline is March 13th. So you want to be able to get our discounted room block, you have to book by March 13th. So please, if you are coming in person and you know you're coming in person, because that room block is going to be closed, and you know, I can't control it and get it back open for you all. make sure you are, like Cheryl says, get your tickets now. Please do. Get your tickets because they are just as hilarious in person. And Dr. Barry likes to tell my business on stage as well. So I don't know what he will be telling. I will have a talk with him about things he cannot talk about in regards to my personal business, because he caught me off guard last year with telling my personal business. So we will have a little spirited powwow prior to conference so he can not tell all of my business. And you'll see the kids on stage, so they have something to say. They've been practicing since last conference because the boy, our son, is very serious and he has something to say. He's been working. We don't know what he's going to say. It's going to be a surprise for everybody. Somebody on Instagram said, what's the date again? April 17th through the 19th. You can join us in person in West Palm Beach or virtually from wherever you are. So yes, April 17th through the 19th, you can go to autisminblack.org/links and get your ticket. We have different ticket options, different ticket levels. You can go to, was it last week? I think it was last week. We went through all of the different ticket tiers and went through what exactly you get with each ticket. So if you go to one of last week's episodes on our YouTube, you can look at all of the different ticket options and choose what fits best for you. So make sure you're joining us. Anything else before we wrap up on this Friday evening?
Doing well. Just kind of heads up, especially as we gear up towards the Boys, Men, and Fathers Summit. I'll be going live this weekend and pretty much every day until the summit. So you'll be seeing a lot of me. May even see the little one, Mr. Davis Pierre, on a couple of live sessions as well too. So you'll be sure to check that out.
Exactly. He loves to get on live. He wants to be a YouTuber. So you might see him but we'll have some talks about what, because he might get on here trying to tell y'all to go join his YouTube channel. So we will talk with him about that. But make sure you are getting your ticket to the summit and your ticket to the conference, because we want to see you. We want to be in community with you. Now more than ever, we really need to be in community because our theme is rooted in healing, and we know that we need that now. So make sure you're getting those tickets. Enjoy your Friday. Catch us back Monday. Remember, Monday through Thursday, we are usually pre-recorded, but leave all of those comments and questions in the comments because we always come back live on Fridays and answer all your questions. Yes, Shell, he will forget all about the conference and summit and just be over here telling him he's Davis the YouTuber. So we will make sure he knows what the focus is. But get your tickets. See us back here Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern for episode 21 of the Vision to Venue episode. I think we're talking about media next week because we have some things in store of local things that we are going to be on in regards to marketing our conference. So we're going to be talking about media, and we may talk about sponsors and what that looks like this year because of holds on DEI and things like that. So you're going to want to tune in next week because it's going to be good. But enjoy your Friday evening because we are, and we'll see you on Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
See you on Monday, everybody.